All right, y'all, what is up and welcome back, welcome back. So today I was scrolling on Instagram when I came across a video of a young lady just raising all hell because somebody in the movie theater told her to put her phone up because her screen was distracting, which it is in a dark movie theater, in a dark auditorium when someone has their brightness up. Yes, it is very distracting, almost as distracting as being on the phone talking to someone yourself. So it dawned upon me that this generation literally has no movie theater etiquette. First thing I want to do is I want to bring this clip up so y'all can see, and then I want to talk about it. So let's go.
Got it?
Yes.
He mad. Let me tell you. My phone, my mama texted me. No sound was on.
Okay.
I answered the text. He told me, "Excuse me, can you turn the light down on your phone?"
I said, "Excuse me."
I said, "Don't tell me what to do with my phone."
But the thing now
I
is
said,
this.
"Don't tell me what to do with my phone."
Okay.
These kids in here, worry about yourself.
But what you're doing here now means you need to leave.
No, I paid to be here. What you mean? He just. What do you mean? I can answer a text on my phone.
You are walking through this whole auditorium, disrupting.
What you mean? He
Everything.
disrupted too.
I
How
have
is it okay for him to tell me to put my phone up?
I will talk to him. But you, what you just
How
did.
is it okay for him to tell me to put my phone up?
I haven't
Y'all finna
heard
refund
from
me my
you
money.
anything.
Y'all
I
finna
am
refund me my
not
money.
going to refund you anything.
Yes, you is.
You are disrupting everything.
What do
here.
you mean? He just disrupted everything. He just disrupted everything. Y'all gonna have to give me my money back. He just told me to put my phone up. He don't know what's going on. So y'all gonna have to give me my money.
Then come to
Y'all
me.
gonna have to give me my money back.
Copy.
Cause I'm finna call. I said it.
All right, so that's the video, and it's just, please, whatever you do, abstain from carrying yourself like this in public. I don't know who this young lady is. I don't know who raised her. I don't even know what city this is, but this is completely and utterly embarrassing. There are children around. There are people around. There's people with their families around. This is something you don't want to do. So shame on this young lady for carrying herself like that in public. Even if something upsets you, even if something makes you angry, you have to learn a little bit of self-control. So let's just get that right off the bat. But apparently a guy told her to turn her brightness down, or not even that, just put her phone up during a movie, and she took it as, this man is telling me what to do with my phone. I'm an adult, I'm grown, blah 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 blah. I'm grown. We know you're grown. We know you're a fully grown adult. But yes, when you have a phone out in a dark auditorium when everybody is focusing on watching a movie, it is distracting. Hell, even if you're sitting in the living room with your family and it's 100% dark in your living room and all y'all can see is the TV and you pull your phone out, it's still distracting. I don't know how this is a concept that is foreign upon our generation. You should not do that. I mean, I used to work at the movies as a teenager. It was one of my first jobs. And yes, that was one of the rules. That rule even flashed across the movie theater screen before the movie started. Please abstain from using your phone. This is when we had flip phones, y'all. The brightness wasn't even that much when we had flip phones. We got whole laptops in our pocket nowadays. Whole laptops with brightness on crazy settings, guys. So that was a whole different time, and we still didn't allow people to have their phones out in movie theaters. And not only that, we got people texting, scrolling TikTok and Instagram. We got people having full conversations in the movie theater on their phones. And then you got some people that are afraid to say something because they want to avoid people like this. They want to avoid the people with no type of self-control that are going to take some type of offense to them saying, hey, I like to enjoy the movie. Would you mind putting your phone up until the movie's done? They hate that. They feel like someone's trying to control their movements. No, we're trying to make this an enjoyable experience for the rest of everyone who paid $12.50 a person to get into this movie. The movies don't cost $4 anymore. This isn't 1992. Movies are expensive as hell. Some movie theaters are $15 a person, especially those fork and screen movie theaters and stuff like that. Y'all got to realize, not everyone wants to waste their money going to a movie theater and spend the entire time on their phones like you do. You cannot do that. I remember one time I went to a movie theater and I was watching a movie and somebody next to me was literally on the phone, talking on the phone. It wasn't even a life-threatening phone call like, oh, my mom's in the hospital, or my daughter just got rushed to the ER. No, it wasn't nothing like that. They were just talking about dumb stuff, what type of shoes you were going to get the next day and stuff like that. And I had to tell the person, excuse me, would you mind getting off your phone so I can enjoy the movie? And guess what? That person respected my request, put their phone up, didn't give me any attitude, just said, yes, I apologize. And that was the end of it. Best case scenario. And I said, thank you so much. It was a very respectful experience. And guess what? Nobody was outside screaming and hollering, acting like a 5-year-old because they had to put their phone up. Because guess what? We're fully grown adults. But it's like nowadays when you go to the movies, it's starting to feel like we're going to a cookout. You know, honestly, I don't even go to the movies that often anymore because it's just an embarrassing ass experience. I mean, for one, I like to go to movies where I actually pay for my seat. You know, those little VIP seats that have the recliners and all that and this and that. And there's always some chick in a bonnet with a blanket in my seat. For some reason, there's always a chick with a bonnet and a blanket and some crusty dude sitting next to her in my seat. And I have to embarrass them by walking up to them and saying, hey, excuse me, I paid for these seats. Would you mind moving down a couple seats so we can sit in these seats? That's embarrassing for y'all because now I got to stand up over y'all. And they always do the same thing. They move at a snail's pace. They don't even apologize for sitting in the seats that you bought. Like, it's just so belligerent. I don't know what happened to the culture and why the culture is so disrespectful and irresponsible, but this is the type of stuff we do. You know, it's to the point where I will go to the opposite side of town to go to the movies now. Like, I don't want to go to the movies anywhere in the inner city because I know it's going to be hella embarrassing when I go in there. Because all we're going to do is just run amok in that movie theater. We're going to be sitting in the seats. We're going to be laughing and complaining about everything. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. But it's like, in a sense, we've completely forgotten how to act in public and how to be courteous of others. You know, don't be on your phone. Turn your phone on silent. Hell, we got smartwatches now. Turn your watch on silent. Turn everything you have on silent. Please, if you have children, if you have small children, coach them on how to be in a movie theater. Don't scream randomly in a movie theater. If you have a baby, please, by God, please leave them at home. Please, that baby is not going to enjoy the movie, okay? All right, we are not in here watching Lilo and Stitch. I can see if we went to a Disney movie or something and there were kids screaming in the background. Yeah, all right, whatever. You know, this is the game we chose to play, so it's perfectly acceptable, whatever. But if we go see Sinners or Scream or some rated R movie and you got kids yelling in the background, what in the hell is wrong with you, lady? Why would you bring them in here? We're trying to enjoy a suspenseful thriller with all type of cut scenes and jump scares. Halfway through the jump scare, your kid is screaming about Roblox. You know, that's going to take away the experience for us. I'm sorry. It's going to take away the experience. And then not only that, I mean, you know, people are just trashy nowadays. I mean, I know the theater has porters that goes around and they clean up everything, but that's not an excuse to just leave trash everywhere. That's hella disrespectful. They have trash cans there for a reason. Take your trash and throw it away. Try to leave your seat cleaner than you saw it, or at least as clean as you saw it when you come in. You know, and the smells. Jesus Christ, the smells. Some of y'all go to the Chinese food places and bring whole things of sesame chicken and orange chicken and General Tso's chicken into the movie theater, and you have the whole theater smelling like some foreign food when it's only supposed to smell like soda and popcorn in there, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that when I was working at the movies, that was outlawed because people were bringing chow mein, all type of food into the movie theater, and it would stink up the theater. It would stink up the theater. If you want one of those types of dining experiences, just spend the money and go to Fork and Screen. I'm sorry, guys. Stop smuggling whole meals into the movie theater. If you want to smuggle some candy in there, whatever. You smuggle a Butterfinger or whatever in there, that's fine. Maybe even a Chick-fil-A sandwich here and there, right? Maybe, right? But y'all be bringing whole meals from Panda Express into the movie theater. Y'all cannot do that, okay? It is just distracting. But we need to have some more traditional respect for quiet places, especially when it comes to our generation. Our generation has no respect of quiet places. And not only that, we now have this whole streaming culture and I want to be the first one to be there culture. So we got people that are looking for key events to happen in the movie and holding their phone up to the screen and trying to, I'm not saying they're recording bootlegs, but they're recording clips trying to go viral. And it is annoying. It is annoying. And if you flash back to the early 90s or the early 2000s, you realize that a lot of people didn't have their phones out because a lot of people didn't really have cell phones like that. I mean, we did, but they were just for that. They were just for calling. They weren't for scrolling. They weren't to kill boredom. People respected the experience. People actually sat there and watched the trailers. Is anybody in here old enough to remember when people actually sat there and respected the public enough to watch the movie trailers? I mean, you got to your movie 10, 15 minutes ahead of time and you got seated just so you could watch the trailers. You literally ate all your popcorn during the trailers because the trailers were that good. All right. That's real movie goer experience stuff right there. Even the loud teenagers in the back in the day, they had some respect. Every now and then you may have a couple knuckleheads throwing popcorn, but for the most part, that money that they paid was honored. They were like, okay, I just paid $6.75 to get in this movie theater. I'm going to enjoy this movie. You don't see that nowadays. You don't see that. Nowadays, you just see people having no respect for the public, no respect for the cinema. And of course, I think this is one of the things that drives the cinema down. This is why modern day cinema and the movie theaters are now going out of business. That's why all the prices are hiked up so high. People don't even want to go to the movie theater no more. That magic that people once felt by going to the big screen, they don't feel that anymore. It's annoying now. It's a hindrance now. People don't want to turn off their phones. People are nasty. People are loud. No one respects the people around them anymore. It's not that type of vibe. And it's just sad because going to the movies was honestly one of my favorite pastimes that I've ever had. I'm going to be honest with you. That was one of my hobbies. I'm the type of guy that could go to the movies alone, go get a large popcorn, go get a drink, and just spend hours and hours at the movies because I love movies that much. Okay. I've always been a movie head. All right. But I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm just a traditional guy and I miss the old days. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think our generation has lost our movie theater etiquette? Do y'all think we need to bring it back? Have y'all experienced anything in a movie theater quite similar to what I've experienced? Or have y'all ever seen anything like what we've seen in this video? I want to know. And if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.